Jay nervous. Look, he nervous. Look, he nervous. Look. He like, give me 5 with D and 5 with him. Yo, bro, you don't want this 5, bro. You don't.
What you see now, before being a boxer, I was actually a dancer. Came from a humble family, raised by just my mother and my grandmother. Didn't know my dad at that time. Raised in Puerto Rico, came from Puerto Rico here to Newark, New Jersey when I was 9 years old. I can say I lived a normal childhood, you know. Yeah, didn't have my dad in my life, but my mom and my grandma made sure that I was always pretty well, you know, as much as they could do for me.
So how did you get into boxing?
I was always, I don't want to say a troublemaker, because I wasn't a troublemaker. As you can see, I'm 5'5". I was always short, and I always had, I don't want to say bullies, because it wasn't bully. It was more they used to just hike on me, and the only way to defend myself was always just fighting. I didn't know much English at that time, so I couldn't defend myself with words. I just had to fight.
Gracias por también, nene.
Coach Robinson saw me fight in the street one time after school, and that was it, man. We went to the Puerto Rican parade. My mom saw all the little young kids boxing, walking down the Puerto Rican parade. She spoke to the same coach that saw me fighting and took me home that day, and I started boxing, bro.
How was that first experience? Like, you know, when you first walked into a boxing gym, what did you feel? Like, what was those feelings like? You know, how did that go?
I thought I was just a tough guy. You know, I was just 10 years old. Very disrespectful. Didn't have no type of discipline. Didn't know how to speak to people the right way. So was a little outgoing to my trainer and just disrespecting him. He put me in a ring first day to spar against one of his fighters. If I'm not mistaken, the kid had maybe already like 5 fights. That was my first day in the boxing gym. Made me cry, whooped my ass sparring. And went home, that was, I could say, a Tuesday or Wednesday, I still remember. Went home crying, I didn't want to box no more. But you know that dog in me, man. I came back Monday and said, I'm gonna train just to beat that kid. I wanna be as good as him, maybe better, just because I wanna beat him. Not understanding, you know, that he's my teammate, you know, he's a sparring partner. We're not supposed to fight each other. But I had that in my mind, and I was just training just to beat him, Sparred him, I could say, wow, this was a long time ago. So sparred him maybe 3 weeks to a month after. I looked pretty good, man. I can't say I beat him in sparring, you know, we not actually, I don't like to speak about sparring, but yeah, gave him good work. Coach went to my mom, asked her if I could fight because he seen the talent I had. And yeah, man, I played off from there.
It was history.
It was history, bro. They actually named me Salserito that second time I sparred him. That's how my name Salserito came along.
So you say you were a dancer before.
Yes.
Would you say dancing was beneficial for your fighting style?
Agree, 100%. One of my best keys in boxing is my footwork. I got really good waist movements, good footwork. So yeah, it played a big part, man. I'm blessed, you know that. You know, I'm blessed by God, bro, because who knew after I danced I was gonna be a boxer and things of that. I got a positive record.
And where's your record at right now as we speak?
Right now, 13-1. 13-1. Yeah, my last fight was it's the roughest thing that happened in my career, just because you know, I made weight the wrong way. No excuses. I lost. But yeah, went to Puerto Rico 3 weeks before. thought I wasn't gonna fight because I still didn't have an opponent 3 weeks before, it was my fault. And the guy came in and he was just a better man that day. So yeah, we hope to get that rematch soon.
Would you say you learned more for that loss than all of the wins that you had previously?
Yes, I agree 100%. I mean, more mentally, because we always work on the things we gotta work on. You know, coach always got my back, and he's the type of coach that he doesn't look at the positive things in a fight because he know that's natural in me. He works at the things I gotta work on. So no matter what, we always working on the bad things after a fight. But yeah, mentally, that loss played a big part in my future. It's definitely gonna be a big, hey, perfect example, Canelo and Mayweather. After that loss, Canelo became the best in the world. So I hope that's the case for me.
As far as like staying in shape, you know, how many times a week do you work out here? How many times do you spar? Like, do you spar every day, once a week?
Yeah, I actually sparred for this camp. We doing 3. I always had like hand problems, arthritis, so it's always hurting, you know. So I only spar 2 times a week. But for this camp, I feel very well, man. I feel very positive, especially knowing what happened in my last fight. It motivates me to push even more and understand that this is temporary, man. My hands hurt temporary, but this is the way I feed my family. So I gotta work hard and I gotta show the world that I am a world-class fighter, that I am ranked top 10 in the world for a reason, and I'm gonna be a world champion for a reason. So yeah, we train 6 days a week, man. Monday through Saturdays, Sundays supposed to be my day off, but you know I pull my swimming pool work in, and I'm hungry, bro. I'm hungry. I want that title. I want to be considered one of the best fighters of Puerto Rico.
Amen. Yeah, as far as like mental preparation, because we know boxing is very mental. What are some things that you do to maintain that positive mental state that you have?
Yeah. So man, my kids, bro. My kids, man. I don't want my kids to grow up the way I grew up. Yeah, I had a good childhood. To me, it was normal. I had a lot of rough moments. I think like everybody, but just mine was more mistakes. You know, like getting locked up and getting into trouble with people who shot my mom's house up looking for me. And man, a lot of things that a normal person shouldn't go through, you know. But man, when I had my first kid, I decided to, focus on something that's gonna feed them for the rest of their life, leave them not only a legacy for me, but put them in a stable position where they won't have to work for another person. They can work for themselves, and that's my goal, bro. Leaving my wife and my kids a backup plan, not to worry about nothing else. Just focus on that because Dad's gonna make it for us, and that's my goal. That's my motivation, man.
Legacy.
It's legacy.
Legacy.
Yeah.
We're gonna hold you up today, champ. And
no problem,
we
man.
definitely appreciate your time and hospitality.
You already know, baby. It's Emmanuel Rodriguez. Tune in November 11th at Robert Tree Hotel at Newark, New Jersey, my hometown, Brick City. RSP Promotion, Sacerito Promotion, doing it again. Tune in, Philly Fight World.